Well, hello. Yes, I do apologize. I'm ever so slightly late, but everything has gone ever so slightly, and I'm trying very hard not to curse wrong. So, good evening, goeienaand, good afternoon. Yes, I know it's 2 p.m. Buzzy. I know you are going to flog the living daylights out of me. I was unfortunately in town. I went to go and try and buy my dog some toys, and I promised my wife a donut. Um, and oops, open up the player. And I promised my wife a donut, and so off we went, and it just took a little bit longer than I can. I'm dreadfully sorry that I am this right. Cameron, Buzzy, how's it going? Hello, aloha. Buzzy, I really hope you're feeling better, sending good vibes to you. Yeah. This is the live echo, Pepper's echo. You watching Andre here, and Andre has just fallen into his spot. What I have done, however, is I've been taking video clips all the way. So if I can actually get my phone connected to my PC, I would actually like to show you a little bit of my trip back from. And that's if I can actually handle the mic, because my mic's broken off. So I'm trying to hold the mic and plug in the phone and run the show at the same time. It's no easy task at the moment. And then I did have some things to talk about, which was on my laptop, but I can't get hold of my laptop right now. Hopefully my wife will be kind enough to assist me any second now as well. And maybe she'll take pity on me in that there. But yeah, thank you very, very much for those of you who tuned in, watching live. I really appreciate it. For those who are watching the rerun, thank you so very, very much. Let me get to the formalities. Please like and subscribe. It's the only way that we get the old message out of there. I didn't even get to choose a decent background at the moment. It's got some chair coming up there. I know I'll move it out the way just now. But yeah, I had to shift the Simpsons out of their lounge just to actually get it there. But yeah, please like and subscribe. If you have anything on your mind that you would like to discuss, that you would like to have discussed, if you would like to come on the show, please drop me a line at peppersecho@gmail.com, PEPRSECHO@gmail.com. Yeah, and that would greatly be appreciated. As I said, only the ordinary man in the street, basically from the outside looking in. And yeah, if I can actually get this right, but I'm trying to do this all one-handed, because I'm sort of holding the mic in the one hand. It's not a beer. I'm holding the mic up in one hand, trying to connect and everything with the other hand. It's an absolute shit show, if I can put it to you that way. Yeah, and then I've got some videos that I actually want to pull across from this evening that I've done. But oh man, let's see if I can get another folder out here, because I'm obviously not going to be able to make a little bit of a movie of it. But I thought you might just like the oh man, where are we? I thought you might like a little bit of a show and tell of where I have been and what I did today in don't think it's this one. What is that one? Sorry, I'm trying to look at photos while I'm about it at the same time. No, that was New Year's Eve. Let's see what I can pull across from here. A good take. So I want to give you a bit of a drive, and then I want to didn't take that many. Let's copy it there anyway. I want to give you a bit of a preach as well, because there's a question I have for many people as we go along. Oh, sorry. Buzzy, DVD, Cameron. Yeah, I'm serious, guys. Look here, the mic's broken off. And so I'm like trying to hold this mic in my hand and with the other hand, I'm trying to download and move things across. I don't even know if I got the sound side right. And I think I just broken my 4 terabyte hard drive now as well. If my wife is watching, I could really do with a hand right now. But anyway, yeah, trying to run this shit show is another thing. Sorry for that. Compared to what I was wanting to say and wanting to speak, it's really late. Crappy, okay. I hope you can hear me, but yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. So there we can go. Just going on a few things. I was actually going to slam somebody from South Africa, not the good old guys that I'm always telling you to watch, because the guys for the news and for keeping up with South Africa, guys, please do not forget to watch. Do not forget to catch Ronaldo Gous, his new time slot, 7 p.m. He's moved from 8 p.m. to 7 p.m. So guys, don't forget to tune in an hour earlier to watch Ren Gous. It actually sometimes helps me on the weekends and that I can actually get to tune in, because then I can get to tune in at 12 o'clock instead of 1 o'clock. Don't forget to watch Chris Wyatt in Durban, Africa. Still the only way that I keep abreast of the best news that I can possibly do in living in Cambodia. I do not have a news channel here at all. So I watch Chris Wyatt, I watch Ronaldo Gous, and then every single morning or evening I watch the morning shot, which comes on in the morning. I'm not too sure what time in the morning. I think it's quite early in the morning. Ramon Cabernac does a beautiful wrap-up as well. Those three guys, I can tell you in one shot. I know I haven't watched lately for a while. I haven't watched old Joe Emilio, but Joe's really, really good as well. But don't forget, Ronaldo Gous, new time slot, 7 o'clock, not 8 o'clock. And yeah, watch him while you can, because the guy is really, really, you can see he is physically and mentally strained and drained. And I do believe he's going to have to take a break one of these days. I don't know if Ina's watching yet, but if Ina's watching, I need help, yeah, honey. But yeah. Yes, DVD, how's it going? Where are you when somebody needs you? It's ridiculous. Oh my goodness me. Let me try and select a few. And I'm going to try and line them up into a VLC media playlist, because I thought I would just show you. Crumbs. They're not in order either, so good grief. Can you see the media playlist? View playlist, please. Okay, I'm going to show it to you, but it's going to be a little, what do they say in South Africa? Dear mekaar. And there's, okay. And I'll try and, not narrate, what's going to say. I'm going to share it with you. Let's share the sound as well. And got it. Let's put you in there. And whoops. No, let's give me a full shot. Okay, this is the street this evening coming back from a place or mall called Syria Point. You'll see it. This is actually sitting just outside Syria Point. There's my family. A family on a bike's not a problem at all. And I just want to also pause it there. If you're on it out there, if you take a look, the lady is not in her pajamas. Wearing pajamas like that, longs and shorts, is a normal daily dress here in Cambodia. So if you see somebody with that, it's not you're out in your pajamas, because you can see that right in the middle of the day, someone in clothes like that, and it's a nice set of clothes. Take a look there. So it's not pajamas, that is clothes. Then you'll see a ton of scoots, guys. I mean, Cambodia, that is your national way of transport is scoots. As you'll see, there's not huge amount of there are a huge amount of cars as well.
Closed now Central Market.
I just want to show you something as well. I want
basically
okay, you'll see that next to this Tuk Tuk, and I'll show you what the Tuk Tuk looks like now. But and I did take it as well when we got closer to our place. There is this can of water, and you'll see there's a little pipe that goes in there. And I always thought, phew, do they run out of water? What? When I got here, and what the hang? Why is there this water can at the next to this bike that pulls this trailer? You'll see it now, and because it does so much work. Yeah, you'll see me in the Tuk Tuk now. You'll see me in the Tuk Tuk now. I thought I'd give you a little bit of Cambodia and what's happening in Cambodia before I actually gave you the preach that I wanted to give this evening. But yeah, they actually, all these remorques, they call it a remorque, and it's a Tuk Tuk that sort of pulls a trailer. That's what we call it back now, because it's also easier to see outside. And when I'm not having to film, and I'll try and do a little bit more filming so you can see a little bit more during the day and that as well. But this water, they actually have a pipe that goes to above the engine, and that water keeps running and dripping out above the engine all the time to keep the engine cool, because of the
that you have running over the engine there on this bike over there.
You'll see the remorque.
Thank you very much. I can't.
Okay, sorry, that was when I got home now.
Is our Tuk Tuk.
Oh, you can hardly see our Tuk Tuk outside our house. The videos, unfortunately, are all over the place, so I'm going to sort of like be telling you this way. There's our Tuk Tuk driver. That's the remorque Tuk Tuk.
Of course.
And the kids.
Hello.
They have grown.
Hello.
Yeah, and Jessie, the little brown one, was at hospital yesterday because she's got a cough. She has a cough.
Yeah.
That's our house.
A little bit better scene. That's our house. I'll pop you into it now. Big three buildings over there in Bali. We used to stay in that one over there.
Yeah, if you take a look at these buildings over here, there's three huge buildings. We've just come off the, we're still on the bridge, I see. So it's a very big mix-up. These three are all called Bali 3. It's, I think, 28 floors, 30 floors, and 31 or 32 floors. Very, very nice. It's where we used to live in this one on the 13th floor. Beautiful. The view that I got from there was absolutely stunning. It was absolutely amazing. As you can see, we seem to be coming just off the bridge there now. And on this right-hand side, you'll be seeing a lot of it. I took a lot of footage there, and you'll see your main mode of transport is scooter and tuk-tuks all over the place. That doesn't mean that there aren't any vehicles, and you'll see the vehicles are mother-ass trucks, or should I say, buses.
There on the 13th floor before we got
there we go. I'm telling you where I stay. I don't know why I'm talking to you now. So they're rating there on the video as well. This was now, and that was about 7 o'clock the evening.
Winging our way.
This is a nice quiet day. This is going into a
circle. There is no
going into a circle. Is ridiculous.
Cars are coming. Cars are going, and
there is no way of the circle here. There is just like you just find your way and pull in. Yeah, I'm pulling out, I'm pulling in.
It was a pretty smooth transition. Some of them are always a little hectic to get through, but as you can see, there we go. We just come in.
My local Starbucks close by.
It sounds like there might be a traffic officer trying to direct traffic again.
Geez, if the traffic officer tries to direct traffic, it's an absolute nightmare.
There is a supermarket. This one's called Lucky Supermarket. It's like a spa.
I'm trying to twist this thing. Does that sound better now if I'm talking in this way? Sorry.
It's almost like a spa in South Africa.
Yeah, that's a lovely
lot of street vendors. They do their business mostly in the evening.
They're selling ducks and chicken and sausages and goodness knows what.
Vendors and that. And of course, yes, people wanting to go straight.
We've got to turn off to the right
here. Go out here. So
and there's the inflow and the turn off to the right, and of course, yeah.
Luck of the draw. You can either just make it in or make it out. You'll see. There we go. Scooter can just jack past there quickly.
This family on the bike, not a problem. Only problem there is no helmet.
Passing, and okay, wow, we've made it into the main street where we're wanting to go down.
This is on the island of Choi Chang Bar. This is where I stay. There's a total engine garage.
Max Value Mini Mart.
It's also,
Get a lot of fresh
once again, like a little supermarket. I'm actually surprised it looked more blurred when I was trying to take
like
the
this as
video.
well. They don't really take you through towns and that. They usually pick the guys up from the provinces. Yeah, you can see a chap on the back of a taxi.
Yeah, the taxis, they're not taxis in town, and that they wouldn't make it to big.
Who are going to the provinces and getting them to actually go into the...
These guys actually run out and jump onto the tuk-tuks to get you to actually get onto the taxis to go between the provinces. Bakery open, mattress
shop is still open.
Koi is like a coffee takeaway store as well. There's a baby shop still open.
I hope this isn't taking too long, but I thought you'd be interested just to see. Yeah.
That's what our streets sort of look like. I will do another one in a day sometime for you. You turn right. We live in what you call a beret. Beret Phnom is a gated community. The absent security guard as we hit the first speed bump. Speed bumps are a mile a minute in there. It's absolutely terrible.
It has a terrible amount of speed bumps.
There we go. That's how I took the driver between the tuk-tuk.
This is more like a
apartments. But I think that's more business. I think the apartments were next, but I switched off just so we could get through this place a little.
I'm just going to get through a few bumps and I'll switch on again.
Right. Okay. But now we're right back to where we were. And this is the remorque. As I said, it's like a 125cc that actually pulls this. There's getting in. And this is now when we left. So now we were where we were going home, and this is where we left. There's the water tank over there. There's
something about that now.
I was going to tell you. There's up and down the street.
There.
I'm still trying to trudge in there. Well, and Talio.
Akon.
Yeah, Akon means thank you. There's another remorque there. You find them in town a little bit more strong. Get them from where I am, but much nicer to be able to see out of. I can't see out of a little tuk-tuk like that. There you see the businesses still open. As I said, 7 o'clock Sunday night. Where in South Africa could you open a cellular shop and have cell phones
on the pavement
like that?
Take a look at this. Totally open and
cellular stores. There's all your phones open on the pavements, right to the corner of the pavement. The money lenders work like that as well, exchanges. You wouldn't get that right in South Africa, I'm afraid.
A couple of car dealerships over here as well.
Sorry, I was feeling a little embarrassed about the fact of me pausing on her rear. Sorry. Phnom Penh Hotel, very nice. Buzzy says it's a fine rear end,
Yes. There is a Pizza Hut.
Yeah, we have Pizza Hut too. I'm not very, very impressed. It's a little bit more expensive than what I like. The size, the pizza, this is sort of at a robot. Once again, it's just tuk-tuks and scooters.
Believe it or not, there is Caltex here in Cambodia as well.
There we go. We've got a Caltex, guys. We've got a Caltex. It's riding down the NR1. That is Monibong Boulevard. That's one of the main double roads going through the middle.
Texas chicken.
We do have KFC as well.
All the little street vendors.
Yeah.
And that.
There's a chemist. And once again, I must tell you an interesting fact. You do not need a prescription to get anything at a chemist here.
Quite a nice place.
It's a Dong Chang Cafe. It's Doi Chang. Yeah, that's quite a nice place. Feed a bank.
Yeah, there's a pizza company. Sorry.
Take a look at all the scooters, schools down there. Pizza company, nice, but a little expensive. On the left is the French Embassy.
The rather dark but French Embassy.
And as you can see, just
now we
can you move the This is a quiet evening.
The absolute catastrophe of what is
Going
known as
into a freaking circle, guys,
a
is
circle.
a absolute. Look at the ladies. I just want to actually take that one back. I want to show you how the ladies
a
ride
circle.
side saddle. And I'm going to take you back again because I want to get there.
And now
Take a look where my arrow is. You'll see a lady come riding past there on a
absolute catastrophe.
scooter, and you'll see, especially when they use motor dots, see there, they're on the side, they sit sideways, and that's usually not somebody that you've gone out with. You've usually hired the
pushes you
scooter
to get through a circle over here.
Yeah, as I said, push as you go. That's what happens. And the cars are all SUVs or mother grade buckies. You have not seen a 1400. A 1400 is a 125cc motorbike with a trailer on it, or 125cc scooter. There we go. Push as you go. Push as you go. And you'll still see guys are trying to flip in there. Okay, there's a bit of a cop over there. The cops just cause a bigger mess as you go along. It's just pushing and shoving and pushing and shoving. And as you can see, the scooters are just dodging and diving in between everything. That's why your scooter is your best. You'll find that the smallest car that you usually see, other than the little Kia morning type of thing or whatever that are here as well, but full on is the Priuses. I'm going to try and zoom in here. I don't get to read it at all. I couldn't read it when I was zooming in. This is the Japanese Friendship Bridge. It says it there. I promise you it says it there. But you can't read it. But it does say Japanese Friendship Bridge. It's just Tuk Tuks. Tuk Tuks, they can pump those Tuks sometimes. I'm telling you, there's lights and runner lights and goodness knows what that goes on to Tuk Tuk. Some of the Tuk Tuks are really pumped. Now you can't really see it there. That was not my finest moment in filming. And then 3 on a bike, not a problem.
Then that's the bridge over to the area where we stay is called Choi Chang Va.
Yeah, going over there.
And this is nice. It's got like a little side street for side road for
scooters. Side street for scooters. There's a delivery guy. That's your num 24. Like you missed deliveries, num 24 Panda delivery, tada, and those things.
And you get
there, as I said, that's normal clothing.
Different kinds scooters. So I'll carry on when we get along the bridge.
Okay, so yeah, I decided we'll go on. I don't know where we're going to end up starting up now. Next again,
there's a nice Gansberg beer ad for you.
It's one of the beers, Gansberg.
A little bit of a.
Oh, there we go. We were like over the bridge. We'll still go back to the middle of the bridge later. There's 3 on a bike.
Only thing illegal about that is no helmets.
Exactly. Anything illegal, no helmets. The rest is fine. There's 3 again.
The bridge.
A little bit of a play path.
Nice. I've been there with the bumper cars before.
Yeah, love the bumper cars. Priuses again are very, very popular. And then from Prius you go to SUV.
Something I actually want to show you.
No, I couldn't. I wanted to show you the water, which I've already shown you over there.
Quite a lot. I think it's on the side, yeah. Or there. There it is.
No.
Is a bottle of water. And I was wondering what the water bottle is for. You know, do they run out of water? And it's actually, they put water onto their engines to run over the engine consistently to keep it cool on these remorque tuk-tuks.
Once again, there the 3 buildings are.
I'm going to try and get that in there. Is the
yes, coming along Monibong Road, the main road again, is the Vatanak building. It's actually supposed to look like a dragon. Very, very high tech. I couldn't get it out quick enough. The film there, it says Vatanak building. Very smart inside. I must actually take you for a tour inside there sometime.
There, it's pretty expensive placing.
Very neat. Buzzy wanting to move to Cambodia, Camboland. This Circle K is like the little garage stores, 24-hour convenience stores.
I'm not sure.
Ministry of Post and Telecommunications.
The government places.
The government buildings all look very beautiful over here. You see a lot of French architecture in there as well.
Post and Telecommunication. There we go.
And then we got to the Phnom Penh Hotel, which I did pick up a little bit early on just before we got. This is also another government building. I'm not too sure which that one is. The blue there's ACB, a bank. And as I said, this is going down the main road. And it is about 7 o'clock in the evening on Sunday evening. Business is still open. This is just leaving from Surya Mall.
There we go.
Going down. Business still open, as you can see. Going quite along. Tuk Tuks. And of course, scooters by the dozen. Can I speak French? I don't know. Je t'aime, ich liebe dich. No, that's German. I have no idea. I can't speak French.
This is one of the main roads.
There we go. If you're going to a main road, like a double highway, you just turn in so that everybody who's coming actually moves over for you. And then we hit the robot. No, I can't speak French, Buzzy. I have.
And there's a food tuk-tuk.
Now
you get a lot of these little food carts,
the food cart.
And then next to it is his little food or whatever he's selling and cooking. And
he will cook it over there. There you can see the fire still going in there. He's got a little braai area on there. Quite cool. Hey, you just drive with your braai, your mobile braai.
Nothing wrong with
and there we go. 300. There we go. It's good you call it a threesome, guys. No, I'm kidding. Right. Then, yeah, it's tuk-tuks. And where are we there? Okay, now we're sitting outside Surya Mall. And what I actually want to point out to, okay, very, very nice cars coming up as well.
Nice cars.
I don't think we're going to get to what I was wanting to show. We'll check later. Because what I wanted to show you is the businesses are what they call shop houses.
Nice entrance to Surya Mall.
I think that was still for Chinese New Year that they had the entrance. Surya, I'll show you Surya just now. It's totally out of sync. I didn't get time to come into Cambodia. There's your businesses, but most of them are closed at the moment. It's your cell phone stores that you can see. But if you take a look above all the businesses, the people live above their businesses. It's called a shop house because the bottom is your business and the top is your house. So what's it? Business at the bottom, party on top. It's like the opposite to Zoom. So yeah.
Main mode of transport here.
There we go. This is going over the bridge now.
Scooter.
And as you will see, it is scoot after scoot. And some of the tuk-tuks actually grab hold of the scooter lane there just to get past all the traffic.
You do not need a license for it whatsoever.
There we go. As you heard there, you do not need a license to ride a scooter up to a 125cc. You can ride it without a license. So all you need to do is 125cc and bam, you can ride. So yeah, no learners, no license, nothing. You get on and ride. And I think you need to be 14. There's a little family over there. And yeah, it's an amazing amount of tuk-tuks and scooters all over the place. This is just going over the bridge. Nice, quiet Sunday evening, to be honest with you. Nice, quiet Sunday evening. I was stuck again. There's a little family going in there. How's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No problem. 4 over there. 4 over there. That's fine. No problem. That is an everyday occurrence. There's another family over there.
A few on a scooter at a time.
No problem over there at all. And once again, your tuk-tuks.
Illegal.
Accidents, yes, there are quite a few accidents. Not we actually see, but you're always reading in the news about accidents. It is quite active. There's 3 on a bike again. So yes, there are quite a few accidents. This is in our beret. There's shops in the beret, in our
the beret.
Gated community. Same thing. It's called a shop house. You'll see. I think this one's called Lily Shop House because the front part of the house has been made into a shop, and then they live in the front. When you go through the back door, they go into their home.
There we go.
There's their shop. That's about 2 streets up from us, so I can walk there if I want something.
And then there's a bit of
little fresh produce, and there's their house back there
behind them. And then there's some lovely houses. It's a bit dark now to see actually.
It is a bit dark, unfortunately. I will do a little bit more for the day for you again, and then I will do a little bit more in town as well. I just thought I would give you a bit of a trip home today.
Not very much space for garages. You can pull a car in front of your house if you want to, but you will see that most of the vehicles are standing in the streets.
Very narrow streets, may I add, that they stand in. A lot of people actually buying these little cluster homes. A lot of people buy 2 and then they put it.
As soon as we
They
flip
make
right
it
down
as
now,
one
join us
house,
again.
which is quite a big
There.
yard. This is standing
There's
outside.
a remorque tuk-tuk.
Again, there's the
It's
remorque
got like
tuk-tuk.
the
It's a 125cc motorcycle that
with
draws
like a
the
trailer on
carriage, and that's what you call a remorque.
and that's and there's the remorque tuk-tuk again. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
There's
That is just a normal tuk-tuk. You'll
transport
see
here.
there's no doors on the back of that one. That's just your normal tuk-tuk. There we go. Family, three,
family
happy.
car.
This is also a normal
all
tuk-tuk.
over the place.
You can get a Maxima, which actually has doors on the back and a little bit more space. Didn't seem to get one.
This is
Okay, now we
the NR1.
just turned into the main road there.
To
Monica.
go through
Normal tuk-tuks. Now I won't see a Maxima, but someone can tell you. As I said, Priuses by the dozen. That's your normal small cars, your Prius. The rest, Lexus, SUVs, Honda. Here we go. Also another supermarket over there.
Not see much there.
What was I looking at over here? But yes, the street, as I say, very nice and quiet. At least I could get some shooting in there. This is on the bridge. This is the view of Phnom Penh from the bridge, and as you can see, the sides have just got scoots and scoots and scoots going by. We've just come from there.
And yeah, still coming along there.
This is the Tonle Sap River. Ahead over there, the Mekong and the Tonle Sap split. The Mekong goes around that side, Tonle Sap that side. This sort of island area on the left is called Choi Trang Ba. There's a monk, as you can see.
Scooter is, you can get scooters which are almost like tuk-tuks. They call them moto dots. Hello, little one. They call them moto dots. So you can actually rent someone to come and collect you on a scooter, and obviously it charges you a lot less than what a tuk-tuk will. And the guy with the scooter comes, picks you up, and you jump on the back, and he goes and drops you off wherever you want to be, and it costs you a lot less. As you saw now, there was that monk on the scooter. Obviously, they're not buddies, but
the occasional big bike that gets your heart beating, and then scooters.
Cheaper as such. Here we go. You can still see.
As I said, sitting sideways is usually when they've rented someone to come and pick them up. And as I said, it's like a tuk-tuk rental,
little ones,
but you just phone a bike or you arrange for someone to pick you up, and you jump on the back of a scooter and they take you and drop you off. And then the ladies usually sit side saddle. How they don't throw those scooters over, I do not know.
You are not supposed to be without a helmet, but as you can see,
unfortunately, it's
something that
you'll see. The small scooter, the small tuk-tuks all don't have doors.
And you are allowed to be on your cell phone on the scooter.
I don't know if you saw that guy on his cell phone, but yeah, you're allowed. Yes, a bucky.
A bucky?
Yeah, that's a 1400 bucky.
Another family. And yeah, let's cut it here. We'll take a look. We're going into the circle again.
Oh, that's when you get home. Look at my babies.
Always.
Look at my babies. They've grown, hey?
Yes.
They've grown. This is my place. Or their place, where I live. But I wasn't going to show you very much because I'll actually take you a tour of our house.
I'll do a tour of the house next time, so I'll keep it a secret.
There we go. This is outside Saran Mall. And what I'm showing you over here again are the businesses at the bottom and the houses on top. So your business is at the bottom and you live above your business. Some people will rent out an area on top. Those over there are apartments. Those are very narrow apartments. You see how narrow those apartments are.
This is where we've just been in.
Yeah, there we were sitting at Starbucks. This is the Surrey Central Mall.
A mall.
Love Mr. DIY, very cheap spot. We get play things at.
Just take a look from the back point of view, but it's a bit difficult with this car's light.
Yeah, I now started trying to hang out the back of the tuk-tuk.
And this is a nice quiet Sunday evening. There you can see the tuk-tuks also sometimes grab hold of the scooter track so they can skip all the traffic.
Yeah, they've grown tremendously. Thanks, Buzz. Yeah, we weighed her. We had her at the dock yesterday because she was coughing a bit.
Little guardhouse.
And
Trunk.
yeah, she's 1.72 kilograms.
As we go further down, we should be coming up to our spot.
DVD, he loves Mr. DIY.
Tinny.
Yeah. It was a last-minute decision. Otherwise, I would have told you we're going and we would have got you there. You can't really see. This is our house over here, but we didn't expect to be getting home so late, so we can't really see anything over there. It's okay.
And
this is once again standing outside there, and you'll hear me telling you about this lady's outfit.
On a scoot.
It's not a pajamas. Pajamas like that, or silk top and bottom with flowers on that match each other like that, are known as clothing over here, and it's not pajamas.
Normal sights to see.
We go down there is
that way there. It's closed now.
Central Market. Yeah, that area there is Central Market.
Hello, baby.
Okay, I was trying out the thing. This one just jumped in there. Sorry, honey. Is there air conditioning in Surrey Mall Point? Yes, there's definitely. It's cool, but I sat outside because I wanted to have a smoke. Okay, guys. So, yeah. That was my trip home today, and yeah, I wanted to talk about so much more. Oh, good grief! This blasted thing is falling off. DVD, I need help. I wanted to do a lot of talking, but everything I want to do is actually on the laptop, so I have nothing on me whatsoever. So we can just chat. But yes, that is Cambodia. It's very simple, as you see. They are, I won't say mom and pop stores, just sort of like stores trading on the pavements. Where have you seen a cellular store with phones, live phones, in a glass case, open straight onto your pavement? It's ludicrous. You would never do that in South Africa. Yeah, you can do that. They will not smash it. We'll sort it out next weekend. Thanks, DVD. Yeah, because it just goes to show, you know what? I gave it to my wife to teach from, and she just bust everything. Everything's bust and broken. I can't even take a sip of cool drink because I'm having to hold this mic in my hands. But yes, and then you'll find, like, you'll see the expensive places and the cheap places sort of like next to each other, big like Ministry of this, and then bam, you know, at Joe's Little Chicken buggy next to it and stuff to that effect. I have no idea if the hard drive's okay. I knocked it off by accident with the back of the mic that had come off, and I'm assuming it's broken because it fell a hectic shot down that way. So I've probably lost quite a lot of photos on there now. So yeah, that happens when you don't get any help. Thanks, Ina. But yeah. Yeah, and then she breaks my stuff. She insists on teaching from my computer. She, of course, will not use the laptop. So I've got to sit on the laptop. And we've been working from home for the last week just to how should I say, be careful about getting the COVID spread and things to that effect. Don't worry, Buzz. I'll check it out and we'll see, you know, what worse things have happened in life. And I wanted to actually scale down on the photos anyway. So. Yeah, I'll look at it. I'm just in a bit of a shambles at the moment to pull this stuff together. But yeah, something that is really good. Yeah, it hit a bit hard, unfortunately. DVD. We'll check it out and see what we can do. But yeah, something that is really good news. I'm going to swear on this program. I'm telling you, I'm going to swear on this program. Something that's really good news is I had a chat because I was watching the church service this morning from Pastor Carl's church in Alberton in Johannesburg, and I actually dropped him a message, and I said, well, how's about it? You know what, because I've been promising and promising and promising, and what's in us saying, yes, I am roadkill at the moment. But yeah, so I chatted to Pastor Carl again because he gave an absolutely stunning service this morning, which I'm not going to actually get to talking on. I don't know what to do with this thing. I'm really having a bad time. Talking on dishonor. When you have dishonor in your life, expecting a blessing with dishonor is just a different measure. But I actually don't want to go there at the moment because it's something I actually want to talk about on my own. But with the rush home and everything, and the stuff is on the laptop, I thought I'd just give you my drive home today and a little bit of just a little tip of a view of what Cambodia looks like. My drive home from Surya Mall to here. I'll do one in the day when I go to school. I'll show you the school that I'm at. I actually got a nice little I don't know where to hold it now. Little holder for my phone now, so I'm able to actually do a little bit of video shooting and that. I'm not professional or anything like that, but I'll try and get the a few more shots so I can show you a little bit more about Cambodia. I know, Buzzy, you were mentioning that it would be a good idea to show you what it looks like here compared to SA and things like that. And you've just seen a bit of a dark ride home, so hopefully we get it out. But what I was saying is, so I got hold of Pastor Carl quickly just via WhatsApp, and I said, you know, wow, you know what, that last the service this morning just really spoke to me. It was like, you know what, if you're living with dishonor, why are you looking for a blessing? Because it's still shelved. I mean, you're not going to give where it's being wasted. And if you want to see any of the services, they are on YouTube, Bethel Lofprijs Kerk. They have a lovely band that also plays. And he's really sorted out. It's nice. What I enjoy about Pastor Carl is the fact that he doesn't water down for you as well. He's young. He's about 50, so I'm kidding, Carl. But no, I think he's in his 40s anyway, late 40s. But he's still young in comparison. The hang have I done there? The device has stopped responding or disconnected. Okay, that's fine. It's my phone. And he doesn't water down, so he doesn't mince, but he's not in here. No, he actually has a nice chat, a nice talk. Buzzy, I'll send you the link for Pastor Carl's church. It's yes. Oh my goodness me! I didn't realize you were on. Aren't you supposed to be at a men's meeting or something like that? Early 40s. But okay, so I can actually say he's young. He doesn't mince it, which is nice. There's things that we need in this world today, and that's not to mince the Bible. We need to have honesty. You know what? And not judgment. So we're not walking around judging everyone. And this is actually what I wanted to talk about and things like that as well. Good grief, how did I get that up there? Hello, Pastor Carl. There we go, Buzzies. But the nice thing is, I got him on next weekend. So next weekend, we will have Pastor Carl. I don't know if he's going to choose a topic because I will only speak with him tomorrow evening. But if you have got questions or things that you want him to answer, or maybe a subject that you'd like to talk to him about, we are looking at possibly making it a regular once a month thing that either Pastor Carl or one of his team, because he's got teams which obviously specialize. He's got a fantastic, phenomenal youth minister, Colin. I used to go there to church there, and I'm English, and I know, unfortunately, for those of you who are English, it is Afrikaans, but just lip read. He actually lip syncs in English and preaches in Afrikaans. But the thing is, it is really phenomenal. He's got phenomenal people, and he can also speak in English. So next weekend, Buzzy, your job is to boost Pastor Coral. Guys, I want to also just give you a little bit of a shout out to Buzzy's Moments as well. If you want some marketing done for your site, she's pretty reasonable with her rates. Get hold of Buzzy's Moments. She's done some really good traction in probably a week, 2 weeks for me. Yes, you don't expect to grow into 1 million overnight, but if I can take a look at what this channel was, and I used to sit and preach to an empty room, and to what she has done for me just in a week, and honestly, she has a minimal rate, which is going to not hurt you at all, but is going to be really, really beneficial to you, whether it's be your Facebook business, whether it be an Instagram business, whether it be a YouTube boosting, not boosting, but I mean marketing. Speak to her. Get hold of Buzzy's Moments. Buzzy, if you can put your links up there, please do so. I don't have them, and I'm holding a mic over here, hence the reason I'm parched. Oh, crumbs, I pushed the wrong thing. You see what happens. You see what happens. So yeah, please, Buzzy, you should be able to see in the comments Buzzy's links and that. And then we'll definitely be putting up the links to Bethel Lofprijs Kerk. So if you want to see Pastor Coral's sermons, and I think they also do daily, not a devotional, what do you call it, a little daily thing as well. Really, really great. Bunch of guys are nice. As I said, if you want to speak to someone who's cutting it straight, he's not mincing the good book, he's giving it to you straight on, and no judgment though. So that's the nice thing, because I would have been a ball of guilt and absolutely chewed up and spat out if there was judgment. I mean, I've always said I'm not the perfect person, and I will be honest with you, he has. I've known Pastor Coral before he was a pastor, and his integrity has never, ever swayed. From that day to where he was a normal friend, to where he is the pastor of a very successful church leadership, his personality hasn't changed, his integrity hasn't changed, his support hasn't changed. A lot of the times you find people, and I don't know, guys, if you've experienced it as well. There we go, Buzzy. That's your YouTube, Buzzy's Moments, YouTube.com. In the chat, and her Telegram is on her channel. There we go. But what I wanted to say is, you know what? You get these people, and there's one person I actually wanted to discuss it, but then Pastor Coral preached about dishonor and talking about that badly about other people and roasting people, and all of a sudden I felt really, really bad about doing. Saying bad things about another person, so I'm not going to. But no, Brad, you'll be surprised. You know, there's people who say they'll walk with you in life, and I have had many people say, "I will walk with you," and then they do it while it's convenient for them, and then they let go. And I'm not the most popular guy on the block. I am not the most influential guy on the block and everything like that. And I can tell you that probably since the day we were friends, that we worked in retail, to the day that he's head of a huge church, has huge influence, has doing outreach into, I think it's China, or one of the Asian countries, and everywhere and things like that, that you've got a finger in the pie there. Integrity, and he's never left my side as a pastor and a support structure. And I think that's something that's good. And never judged. Frowned, but never judged. I think he frowns more when the Blue Bulls lose. But yeah. But thanks, Coral and Pastor Coral for agreeing to come on. And I look forward to maybe making it a monthly occasion where we can get either yourself or one of your team on. The guys can answer. Please ask your questions. You can put them in the chat, or you can drop me a mail. Pepperzeka, PRSECHO@gmail.com. I will pass them on, or else you can come on next week. And I would love to encourage you guys. Don't turn around and go, "Oh, this is going to be a preaching stream." No, it's a little bit of answers and a little bit of questions, a little bit of encouragement, and no judgment. No judgment. And that's what I like about the fact, is no judgment, because I've always not had to feel guilty about who I am. So well done to you there. And that's what we'd like to talk about. Let's talk about life, baby. Let's talk about integrity, baby. Let's talk about all the good things, all the bad things that may be, and that you cannot and won't be judged for, because there's still so much of us that we can do, but there's a point that we can grab hold of. And wow, have I had a journey in life? And I mean, even the echoes changed to a certain extent. So you know what? I want the guys on here who don't want to know about faith, who feel rejected, who hate it, who see it as a thorn in their side, who cannot believe that you'll actually talk about it and think that it's going to be an absolute washout. I want you on here. And you know what? I guarantee you, Pastor Carl's not going to mince words, but he's going to give you honest truth. But you know what? He's never, ever, and I'm talking from personal experience, judged. And he's always accepted as you are. Look at me. And I'm talking about, where were we? In about 2000, was it 2000? Yeah, it's almost a good 20 years, dude. Not bad, not bad. I used to be young and good looking. No, I'm not young anymore. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so that's the one thing I'm really, really looking forward to. Yeah, keep that cough in the elbow. Buzzy, please, yes, bash your YouTube out there, guys. If you are needing a little bit of help, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, it is a nominal fee for obviously services, and obviously there is stuff like electricities in the home office and the internet, etc., etc. But definitely can do your business a lot of good. I know Buzzy has done stuff for a tobacco store and that as well. So please reach out there. Talking about reach out, now I'm not doing much on news and things like that. And I know Ukraine has had a problem with Russia's invasion, and I'm not going to actually go into that, but a lot of people like, how can we help? What can I do? And a lady on Facebook actually mentioned the other day, she said, you know what I did? I phoned, I got hold of Airbnb in the Ukraine, and I made sure it wasn't a company Airbnb, that it was a individually owned Airbnb. And I booked. I don't know how long she booked for that. That would be up to you. You want to book a night, you want to book 2 or 3 nights, 4 nights, whatever. And I booked, and I paid for my stay. And first of all, okay, I know you bloody mad. Why are you booking in the Ukraine now? You know, I mean, there's action and there's action, and it's just plain stupid. But listen to this, method in her madness. She booked and paid, and then she sent him the note to say, listen, I am not coming, but I'm paying. This is the way I'm trying to help you. And the owner actually got back to her and said, you know what, how grateful and thankful they are for that, because he's trying to house refugees, well, not necessarily refugees, but people who are without place to stay, people who need cover. You know, they're obviously not having any tourists, but he's got an Airbnb, and they're pulling in people, and every little cent that comes in helps. So obviously she hasn't booked it for herself to stay, but she has booked it and paid for her stay for 3 nights or 2 nights or a week or whatever. And in that way, she has been able to help everyday citizens, the citizens on the street. She hasn't been able to send a bullet. She hasn't been able to send a tank, anything to that effect. So just a great idea. If you're wanting to assist in the Ukraine and you're wanting to help the people on the streets, find an Airbnb there and book it and pay for it, and let them know you're not coming, but that is for them to be able to look after whatever. Yeah, Pastor Carl, 2000 in Pretoria, 22 years. Yes. Don't think it's time you retired, bro. Buzzy's Telegram, please take a look at Buzzy's Moments Telegram group in the chat as well. So here's her YouTube. And there's her Telegram, guys. Thank you very much. So yeah, so if you're looking at doing stuff, there's always, you know, what amazes me is I didn't think of that. And wow, that was really wonderful to me. That someone could sit and think and say, you know what, how can I help? I'm only a person living here. But you know what, I'm going to book an Airbnb in the Ukraine. And I'm going to book for 2 nights, 3 nights a week, maybe, whatever. And I'm paying it, but I'm going to let them know I'm not coming. It's for them to use for the people. And find an Airbnb that's not a major company or something like that, that it's someone, and you'll usually find that they're actually helping people. The person that I was actually wanting to talk about is in South Africa as well. It's not Ronaldo, it's not Ramon, it's not Germ, it's not Chris Wyatt, and it is not Joe Amelia. It's somebody who actually is more on Facebook than a YouTuber. He does a lot of streaming on Facebook. I had a lot of respect for him, but as he got bigger, he seemed to become like these huge evangelists who sort of like drift off into an egotistical state instead of, you know, he's been against, and I'm not going to throw a vax argument here, but he's been against vaccinations and everything, so that he actually had this real snob, arrogant lawyer dude on his show at one stage that was telling people, yeah, you know, they're right of not being vaxxed and this, and he can just take that. I wonder how many people he represented in the end and how many he just got money off for Jack. But to the fact where, like, oh, you know what, if you don't have a school union, that's a business opportunity, is to be able to. And then, so he was anti-vax. And then the mask, saying that the mask doesn't hold anything in. Everything just goes out of the mask. And then the next, a while later, I saw he had a thing in it. It's like, the nappy on your face makes you breathe in carbon dioxide. Now, buddy, you got to decide, does it actually let everything out or does it hold everything in? And you know what, so I bit my tongue and I bit my tongue as well. And then the next thing I saw that he posted on Facebook, a thing about Russia sort of justifying Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Russia had to invade Ukraine, was justified in doing it. And you know what, I don't mind. I love being devil's advocate. You know what, brace yourself, Pastor Coral. When you come onto the show, I'm going to be, I don't want to say devil's advocate. I'm going to ask a lot of hypothetical questions. But anyway, but I like asking, but I do believe that you shouldn't play with the wrong side. I mean, it doesn't matter how rightful it is for Russia to invade Ukraine. I don't believe for a minute on my life that it's the right way to have gone about it, of killing innocent people, of creating war, of creating fear and trauma. My most tearful moment is watching a Ukrainian woman cleaning all the glass and scraps and everything in her apartment that had obviously been hit by shelling and everything to that effect. And she was crying and singing the Ukrainian national anthem while she was crying and cleaning up. And her mother and herself had been preparing for a birthday party the next day, and it was shot to hell. So, yeah, you know, so I don't care. You know, you don't place things like that. You don't justify things on the on Facebook and that. Where do you come from? I mean, that you go, you know what, I'm not actually saying it for them, but here's another viewpoint. No, there is no such thing. And then the next thing was like, you know what, I want you to pray. You know what, you've got to pray for people. There's more people, there's children that die all over the world, you know, so I need you to get your prayer priorities right. And I'm thinking, where the hell are you falling out of, son? And it's not son, he's an older chap. I think he's not 50, 52, whatever. But he's just, you know, and then another thing is he's like wanting people to, not wanting to, be encouraging you to join a sort of a survivalists group in South Africa. And these are the people that are, I don't know. You can tell me what you feel about it, but I'm not going to mention him because I did have so much respect, and I'm really praying and hoping. And Carl, that's something that you scratched in me this morning in your sermon is you know what, before you roast somebody, rather revive them. Let's, you know what, before you want to break someone down, pray for their upliftment. And getting back to Ukraine story with the lady with the Airbnb. It just goes to show that when we sit back and go, oh, that's a terrible disaster, there's nothing we can do about it, but wow, you know what, I hope this woman got off her jack and did something. And it's amazing. And it makes a difference to people. It makes a difference. Guys, if we just think for a single second chance that we can make a difference to people's lives, you can pray for people. Do so by all means. At least you're doing something. And I'm looking forward to talking about it with Pastor Carl, because you know what, I really hope that we get people watching, because it's so important. I want the sick, lame, lazy. I want the people who don't, you know, I want you to see that in your face is not in your faith. Nothing gets shoved down your throat there. So number one, realize there will be no judgment. Number two, realize there will be no shoving down your throat. Number three, there will be no watering down of answers either. So please, you know, you will not be judged. You cannot be offended at the answers either. I mean, that's something Carl was talking about this morning in churches. There's so much offense, you know. You're walking around so offended and so dishonored, with so much dishonor and so much offense in your life. Guys, if I can tell you that if you can just get that out of your life, stop being offended. Get that dishonor out of your life. I picked up, you know what, this morning was like, I'm going to talk to you today. I'm not worried about my congregation. I'm talking to you halfway around the world, which is like absolutely phenomenal. Thank you. Buzz, what you say there is, Buzzy, it's sad that people are causing more harm than good. I'm shaking my head. Yeah, I shake my head as well, because, you know, we can think of so much more to do good if we just want to. But we are so busy breaking people down. Apparently, there's something new going around. I don't know if it's new or not, but it was also mentioned in the sermon today. As I say, Carl's a chap of life, so he talks about stuff that happens during life. And apparently his son like tells him, hey, there's roasting. There's a thing at school called roasting, and where you physically break somebody down. Not physically, but I mean you go out of your way to say bad and terrible and break things that break people down. And this is our entertainment these days. This is so. But I mean, we can think of a million ways to break people down. We can think of a million ways why you are wrong. We can think of a million ways to diss you, to gossip. But we cannot think the other way around. How can I make a difference? Once again, I've said this on my streams more than once before. It's the little girl with the starfish, and I want to close off with this because I see I've hit the hour there as well. And I've had such a tough and tumble time, but it's been wonderful. Buzz, Coral, Cameron, DVD, you know, everybody that has been on. But I wanted to end off with this one again, with a little girl with a starfish, where they had a huge tide and they washed the starfish out. A whole hundreds and thousands of starfish washed out onto the beach. And she was walking along the beach, picking up starfish and throwing them back into the sea. And the old man at the back was sitting on a bench on the beach at the back. And he looked at her and he said, oh, lass, you can stop it now. It's not going to make a difference. She looked and she picked up a starfish and she threw it back into the sea. And she looked at him and she said, made a difference to that one, sir, didn't it? You might not be able to save Ukraine, but you can make a difference. You might not be saving Ukraine. You might be saving someone in your backyard, in your neighborhood. You don't have to look out of country. You don't have to look out of city. You sometimes don't need to look out of suburb, and sometimes you don't need to look out of house to actually bring a little bit of honor and to make a difference. So guys, thank you for making the difference in my life. Everybody that's on here, I really appreciate it. I smart you guys second. I will be a little bit more prepared, hopefully. Don't forget, next weekend, we've got Pastor Coral on. And he's not Dr. Phil. For heaven's sake, he's not going to save your life, fix your life's problem. So if you are having a problem with a boyfriend who's cheating on you, I don't think it's the platform. You know, he'll pray for you, but that's about all. I mean, leave the bastard. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it's not a Dr. Phil thing, okay? But you can throw your questions. You can throw your questions onto Pepper's Echo, PPRS, ECHO. Where's this banner for me quickly? Let me throw it up there again. There we go. PPRS, ECHO@gmail.com. If you have some questions so that I can actually line them up, we can line them up for you. If you're watching this on replay, please drop us a mail. I'm really, really excited about it. Get your friends, get your family, get everybody that you can. And as I said, I want those who are more doubtful. I want the doubters. I want the skepticals. I want those that are like, you know what, this isn't for me. Pepper, what are you doing? Are you pushing it up? So, yeah, let's go for it. Build each other up this week. See what you can do about thinking up or finding solutions. It's so much nicer, so much more fun, so much more uplifting to think of solutions and good things. Keep honor in your life. Don't work with dishonor. It's really keeping your blessings shelved. So keep them there. Hold on to integrity. Cherish your friends that have been there for years. I can't believe some of them have been so long, and it's been absolutely, absolutely awesome. Yeah, Buzzy, it's, you know what? You made a difference in mine. You made a difference in mine. Coral's made a huge difference in mine. DVD makes a difference in my life daily. That kid would give his shirt off his back for you, if I can put it to you that way. There are so many people. It's just that they're so few. But yeah, from my side, guys, thank you. Take care. Be good. If you can't be good, at least be kind. Cheers.